Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Happy Sunday. Happy early or Sunday. We usually do this at 10:30, but I am going to be doing something else then. And since I was available to do it, our watch party earlier, I always try to take mercy on our followers that are on the other side of the nation or the other side of the planet in some cases. So tonight we are doing it at 9 o'clock. This is the weekly episode 4 of Penguin. I don't know. I can't even pronounce this. This is Centiani. I don't know the hell it is. I'm pretty sure it's French or something. But yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that I wasn't going to be ready for this episode. I've seen people posting about it. Oh, you're not ready for this. And I'm like, every time somebody says something like that to me, it's usually bullshit. But who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll be surprised. So we're going to go ahead and I got the cat ears on because usually I'm doing this from the house. Like I said, plans are a little bit different tonight. I'm doing it from the store, and it's going to be really hard to do it without a headset. So cat ears are back. All right, Geladia.
Hey.
Spider-Man.
What's going on, William?
going
Taladia,
on?
Clint,
What's up?
Brad.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, the notifications are still going off, so I'm going to give it a couple of seconds here to let people realize that we're on, especially for those of you who didn't get the notification before that we were doing it at 9. So it's probably like 90% of everybody.
So this episode is a lot like last week's episode, but better.
And I loved last week's episode. I
Yeah.
thought that might be my favorite of the 3 that I've seen. Last week might have been my favorite, especially with the dialogue between him and Victor, and then the dialogue between him and her, and the whole situation, how intense it was. There wasn't a lot. There didn't need to be a lot of flash to the episode. There was some, but I thought the relationship with him and Victor was kind of cool, to where it's not just some hostage type situation to where if you screw me, I'm just going to kill you. So now when he comes back and works for him, there should be a little bit more respect there, because it's not just about Victor, even though he's becoming a criminal, wanting something better than what was washed away at the beginning of last week's episode. So I that's my favorite episode so far. But like I said, the show overall has just been excellent. I have not been let down yet when it comes to when it comes to Penguin so far, or Matt Reeves' version of this world, just this whole Gotham thing that he's doing. So, all right, so I got us getting started right after the intro. I skipped the intro, and I'm at 104.43 for those of you who want to get a timestamp. You should be looking at the HBO right coming through the static if you get right there.
The only problem I had with the last week's episode, it really didn't move the story forward, but today's does.
Well, if you look at the story as a whole, his relationship with Victor is probably going to be a critical part of the overall story. So I think it was important for me, at least for me, they had to establish that it wasn't just, the relationship had to evolve, and then the whole negotiations with with the triad, all these things had to be set in place. If any, from what I'm told, anything else to make sense, these things had to be laid out. And since they had 8 episodes to do it, I mean, like I said, I haven't. I hear people use the term filler a lot. Last for me, I didn't think last week was a filler, but once again, it is going to. I think as the story goes along, we get.
It was just something in the way.
Dude, you got to work on your jokes because they're really bad. But I think there's nothing in the story that doesn't push the story along. It's just you can't tell it right now because other things haven't happened. So that's my suspicion. So, is everybody ready?
Yeah, where are you at again?
I'm trying to get myself set up. 1 second.
Okay.
104 what?
104.43.
Okay.
Or negative 104.43.
Yep, I'm there right now. Right with the HBO static.
Yep. Everybody who will be watching later on at a decent hour, you'll know you're in the right place when you see the infamous HBO. Even though I'm watching this on Max, they still have the HBO logo that they should have kept the name on. Yeah, so. Let me know. We'll go when you're ready, Tilly.
All right. Give me a second.
Wait a minute. Why did you want to start at 9 your time tonight?
I got something to do later on this evening.
Okay.
And like I said, whenever I get an opportunity to do it earlier, I try to.
Okay. I guess we're not doing VHS today then, which I was kind of thinking when it did get the notification.
I think I sent you a message that never went out. See, I hate this.
Really?
Yeah, because I was going to do VHS tomorrow night since we don't have a standard show.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because that just made more sense to try to force it in.
Man, it's not on my end. Not. So.
What's not on? Oh, you don't have the different release?
No, it's not been put out on my end yet. So.
It should be refresh.
Damn foreigners.
Hold on. Let me see if there's anything I can do on this end. Hold on. Let me try something.
Have you seen it, Spidey?
I have. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was pretty good.
First, the webcam starts playing up. Now this.
Is it your internet connection, you think, Taladia? Or
No.
you saying that your app doesn't have the episode?
No, it normally has it when we watch it. Maybe it's because of the time. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Will you guys get it about an hour after we do or something like that? Or a few hours after we do? Because, yeah, usually we do start a bit later, huh, William?
Yeah.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, normally comes up at about 6 o'clock in the morning my time. So
VPN.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if there's something I can do about that. Let's see. Live stream. Twitch. Hold on. Create live stream. And go get rid of that. Remove that. Hold on. I'm walking myself through something. So did Enter Studio.
Sound like a hacker in a 90s movie.
Alright, save changes.
Except for it doesn't have the telephone dial-up sound.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take it out of the 90s,
Yeah.
put it into like
Check the
swordfish
Discord.
territory.
check the Discord.
Oh, you gotta do it through there? Because I was setting them up through Twitch.
You do what you got to do. I looked out for him, though.
Oh, well, I won't do it if you're doing it through there. That doesn't make any sense for me.
Perfect.
You got it? Okay, cool. All right.
Let me set myself up. my second monitor. Spidey,
Yo,
GM.
What's up?
You're gonna have to do it through Twitch.
Oh, dude.
all right, gotcha,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
All right, hold up.
That's what I'm getting.
All right, hold up.
Where's Vince when you need him?
Whoever's typing, you're typing really loud. Is that you? Is that you, Villadia?
That's
No,
Brad.
I'm
Brad's
not
being a
typing.
'90s hacker.
He's
Oh, he's got the woodpecker. He's got the woodpecker going. Hold on.
He's counter hacking your hack.
Present, share screen, HBO Max. Hold on, I got this simple stuff too. I'm almost there.
You got your
Alright.
plane tickets, Clint?
Oh, I already bought the ticket and I'm boarding the flight.
Cool. See you up there.
I love how 90s movies portrayed hackers as, cool, dressed up, funky kids, when actual real hackers are these fat bastards drinking Mountain Dew in a dark cellar.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the Penguin.
What?
Stop.
I apologize on that, man.
Nah, that's fine.
It's all your fault, Taladia. All
Yeah.
your fault.
We're holding you up to it. Brad, have you seen this episode yet?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Without what were you thumbs up, thumbs down?
I
You
think
neutral
I'm
on
pretty
it?
much kind of where everybody else is right now in terms of this one, is one that really kind of moves the story forward. Probably the most out of the ones we've seen so far.
Gotcha.
And this actually, we're about at the halfway mark now of the show, aren't we?
We're literally
This will be by the end of the episode, you're halfway through, right?
Alright,
I'm a little bit confused on the timeline, but I'll discuss that after the show.
Sure. I was kind of paying attention to that too, Clint. So I'll run down what I think after the end of the show here with you as well.
Alright, I see it.
All right.
You got it? Cool, man.
Yeah,
All right.
I see it.
Okay. So you need me to widen the screen, or can I do that on there?
No. No, I can see it. Don't worry, I can see it.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
You want to go ahead and count it down then, or?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, I was going to count down in Korean.
Oh, you do Korean then.
So does that mean we started,
No,
or
nobody.
Yeah.
We're starting.
hold on?
So give me set net hana. That's 3, 2, 1 in Korean. I still can't get over this.
So did we start it, or?
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get better on these countdowns, guys. No different languages.
Brad,
English,
don't
1, 2, 3.
interrupt somebody when they're doing a countdown, Brad.
Blame Brad.
Yeah.
As always.
All right, fourth. See it or enjoy your Terrifier.
Oh, is he seeing Terrifier?
That's what it says.
Aaron, what's up?
What's going on, Aaron?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Timestamp.
We literally
Yes.
just started, so right
What is
now
this?
it's negative 103.37.
Okay.
Oswald has a gun to his head right now. Oh, William's not delay. Yeah, forward seeing Terrifier 3 right now. Oh man, I'm still processing that. I think I may give that another look actually theatrically, because even if you're not a big fan of the series, just the audience reaction really does kind of just make it worthwhile.
Is my sound coming through the TV? Or
Your sound of the show?
Uh,
No, not here.
Somebody's sound is coming through.
I just want to make sure it's not me.
I don't think I'm hearing it.
Yeah, the stream on my end is gone.
You lost the stream,
Yeah, and
and you lost William too, huh?
Yeah, William and Cox. I can't help that's the name of the company.
Is your first time watching this episode, Aaron, or have you watched it already?
Is it? No, first time watching it.
Okay.
Is
It's a lot of
is there an acronym to something like with Cox Cable?
no. That's the owner of the company's last name,
Yeah,
Cox.
just
Carl
COX,
Cox
yeah.
is the yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
that guy got picked on in high school big time.
No.
what
Oh,
were you gonna say?
Check your Discord again.
All right, let me see this. Yep, it works.
I don't know how to tell you where we're at on the timestamp to compare it. Plus, I'm sure you're trying to figure out how the episode's starting too. So I don't know what to tell you.
What's the
I'll tell
scene?
you, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Sophia's talking on a microphone.
What happened? You lose connection?
So that's
Yeah,
what it
kind of
sounds
went
like.
out for him for a second there.
Yeah, I found it. Don't worry, William. I got it sorted.
I think you'll like this one, William. As far as the storyline's going.
That's a good. That's a headline. You have a dick, so at least you're eligible for promotion. It's very quotable.
How would you use that as a quotable sentence, Brad, in the real world?
Is that multiple choice?
It's whatever the answer you can come up with, Brad.
Hey, Taladia, pay
right?
attention to this cameo. See if you know who that is.
She's talking to the chick.
Is she talking to the woman in the white dress?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you hear that woman's name?
No.
Okay, they'll say it a couple more times in the episode.
Is it by the title of the episode, Centani? Is that French?
It's Italian because
Okay.
they're an Italian mafia.
Which that translates to 100 years. For anybody who's wasn't aware.
This kind of ties into the this episode kind of ties into some of the threads from the movie.
Yeah, like I said, this one probably really of the four so far pushes the story and the franchise forward the most, and a lot of the reactions I saw were pretty enthusiastic. And it's nice to see something Batman related doing very well this weekend, because it wasn't the Joker too, unfortunately.
I'm guessing DC TV is doing better than.
It's hard to say. Mark Strong as Carmine Falcone as opposed to Brad, help me out. What's his name?
John Turturro.
John Turturro. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I also look at it as Sinestro guest starring as Carmine Falcone because of the mustache.
Well, he's done quite a few. Mark Strong. He's done Sinestro. He's done Savannah. Now he's done young Falcone. So he's This guy, that's something I've written about in a lot of pieces. That
He's a DC legend, basically.
DC they tend to be bigger on legacy casting than them. Because like off the top of my head, I can't really think of a lot of examples Marvel's done where it's like they, somebody who's well associated with a particular character, Marvel brings them back in a different role in something else, and DC is much more known for doing that.
The name of this is a Italian toast. Basically means may you live 100 years.
Cool.
Actually, the first wedding I ever went to was when we were living in Italy. One of the guys that worked in my dad's office. He was one of the Italian guys. He got married. My dad was best man at that wedding. So,
did they say Santani at the wedding? Do you remember?
Well, I need to. It's like 20 years ago now, man. So it's long. I mean, I would guess. Yeah, looking back on it, but the weddings. I mean, it is. There's some subtle differences in how weddings are done in Italy versus stateside.
Sometimes in France.
Second.
Sometimes in France, weddings are done.
Sometimes in France, weddings happen.
Mm-hmm.
Only sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
They got a little more casual arrangements in France, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So, Carmine's.
I thought it would have been like very. You would have. I thought with the Italian wedding you went to probably would have been very similar to a wedding that you might have seen or been to already.
Yeah, well, like I said, that was the first.
Isn't because it's a predominantly Catholic country.
Yeah. Well, and don't get me wrong. I mean, it was definitely very Catholic steeped, the wedding. But again, it was my first time going to a wedding at all. So, and I think I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I was like 16 when it first happened. I was there, so.
The only Italian wedding I've ever seen is The Godfather.
I don't think. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't quite like that. I'll confirm that. He was a good. Talking about Mark Strong here. He was pretty great Sinestro. I would have loved to have seen like what he could do like as Sinestro.
It's the only good thing about the movie.
Like
He's the only good thing about the movie.
Like properly as Sinestro, like Yellow Ring, leading the Sinestro.
Well, that's not Sinestro. Well, that's way down the line, though.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
he was in there as a mentor. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen like what he could have done.
Where the story would have went.
Yeah, as Sinestro as a villain.
My limited knowledge of Green Lantern, I really dig the Green Lantern code to charge the rings up. That's great. That's
brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those.
I know people with that tattooed on their back.
Yeah,
power Green Lantern's light. William, you know any of the other ones?
What?
Any other codes or whatever they have?
Yeah,
that's the main one. That's the main one.
Like other ones do have it, like the Red Lanterns. Like I can't recite off my head, but like the Red Lanterns have it, and the Star Sapphire Corps, they have their own oath.
You know what that story needs? That story needs one of these.
Lantern deal, yeah.
That story needs one of these. That story was so convoluted, disorganized. It wasn't entertaining.
Space opera in of itself, and it was going on while they were shifted into New 52.
And it was just like, dude, it's like they need to reorganize that, and I think that can actually be a more acceptable story if they compress it and send it out, because the way that was put out to us was garbage. And it wasn't a bad story; it was just poorly executed, and that there was a lot of potential there for that story.
What you mean? What for
the
Blackest
whole
Night?
Jeff Johns from
beginning
Blackest
of his run all the way till Blackest Night and Brightest Day.
Yeah.
It's a whole saga.
You could tell that there was no editorial input.
In Brightest Day and Blackest Night, Jeff Johns couldn't get it right.
Well, wasn't even Jeff Johns. I blame his bosses. His boss.
No, it was
you
a
have
good.
an editor.
He did good with the Green Lantern story. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
like it's the whole reorganization of DC, and then like what Williams getting at it was the story is all over the place because it's like a massive long form story.
Every
with a
time I
lot
think of all those
loose
colored
ends.
lanterns, I just
Mhm.
I just put it out of my head.
Like it's kind of like how X-Men is in Marvel, where it became a monster on of itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He also like Johns, he did like as far as Earth, because you guys, of course, I've talked about in here like how I'm pretty big fan of the Earth One line, and yeah, his main contribution to that was on Batman, and actually that was part of the basis for that. Like that was somewhat, the basis for what Matt Reeves did. I think like the big thing was that kind of influenced the portrayal of Alfred.
So I always thought the basis of what Matt Reeves was doing was either Long Halloween or
Well,
Court of
definitely
Owls
Long
type
Halloween.
issues.
Long Halloween and Zero
That's
Year.
just me though. It's all subjective.
Where'd Aaron go?
The Riddler flooded Gotham in Zero Year.
Well, that's why the way it ended, I thought, oh, they were totally setting up No Man's Land.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of that, but the end is the setup or the first story in New 52, because 0 Year is the prequel of New 52 Batman. So that's the setup for Court of Owls. So
Yeah. She has defensive wounds on her nails.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, the whole the makeup and hairpiece and all that for Mark
He
Strong
does look exactly like him.
Yeah, it does line him up pretty well with John Turturro.
Well, the makeup people on this show just by
no
odds.
joke.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and like, what's their age difference in real life? Because I think they're not that far off, are they? In terms of the
I don't
age
know how old Mark Strong is.
So I don't know if you caught that, William, when he was adjusting his glasses.
No, I didn't.
Sophia saw something when he adjusted his glasses because she pulled his glasses down.
Oh,
yeah,
he'd been in a fight. Yeah.
Okay. As long as you caught that.
Yeah. Oh, I know he whacked her. That's just trying to figure
I mean,
out,
that's the character arc from the story, the movie too, right?
Yeah. So it's like, and he's somewhat responsible for a whole lot of stuff that he's not directly responsible for.
Right. So the reporter, Taladia, that's Summer Gleason.
Yeah.
You know that's from?
No, from the games.
No, they use Vicky Vale in the games. They might have Summer Gleason on the radio, but Summer Gleason is the news reporter on Gotham City News and Batman the Animated Series. The redheaded reporter.
Oh, okay.
You had to go there, didn't you, Spider-Man?
Sure did. I mean, it's a cameo from that cartoon. We're watching the Batman show. I'm the expert. So we lost Aaron.
Yeah, popped up. Where my baby? Now we lost William. Where'd my baby sister go? Yeah, maybe just internet issues. Get back on.
Chuck Cage gets it. Chuck Cage knew who it was.
Yeah, John Turturro, he's only like 6 years older than Mark Strong. So
when Mark Strong's playing her dad when she was like a little kid. I think they said she was 9 in this episode when she was, and I don't know how old she is now, but right there's a.
But still, it's like that's. I mean, you're. That's
he
not
eats
a big
his Wheaties
age
and
gap,
takes his vitamins.
Yeah.
He's not Hulk Hogan, you know.
Man.
He's not Hulk Hogan. I'm just saying.
Aaron, where'd you go? Lost you. There you are. Backstage. There's my baby sister. There.
The tubes in Australia are having issues, apparently.
Yeah. I blame Rupert Murdoch for that.
Rub some
better him
Vegemite
than
on
me.
it.
Better him than me.
Maybe.
Well, of course, Brad, it's your fault also.
Oh, yeah. Somehow. I don't know how, but it's my fault.
You said something to piss Rupert Murdoch off, and he took it out on Aaron.
It was at that time I talked about how he looks like he's 100,000 years old.
That'd be so funny if Aaron not all of a sudden blocked off.
Yeah, but this is really impressive. The lining up the look of Mark Strong with there's only a 6-year age gap between them, so that's pretty. That is pretty. I think the Batman franchise might actually become a little bit of a template for like, here's how you do makeup really well.
Yeah, maybe. I like this scene right here because she kind of gets the inside look on how he is because she's been trying to figure it out, and
Yeah, he definitely is, Chuck.
and she's got to be touchy with how she's going to go about navigating this scenario.
By the way, anybody else notice by that it doesn't rain on the show nearly as much as it does in the Batman? For some reason,
I've noticed that.
It was just a rainy week on the Batman.
Yeah, well, because I mean that was the joke I made with Ashley. I think I already said she said like that version of Gotham is basically Seattle. It's like, yeah, this Matt Reeves Gotham, it rains like 320 days out of the year apparently, and this is right now on the Penguin. It's during that 45 day window of sunshine,
or just that couple of days that it was happening. It might have been a storm that week.
One hell of a storm.
Maybe it was foreshadowing the flood that was coming later. Chuck says he digs how Reeves includes characters from all different types of sources.
Yep. Yeah, it is a pretty strong choice. Yes. Oh, yes. Double meaning.
That double meaning went way over my head.
Mark Strong.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You all go on who was the actors in the movies, I guess.
It looks like Mark Justice posted something about the Green Lantern stuff that he's doing.
Who did?
Mark Justice.
Mark Justice, okay.
Yeah.
Textbook example of gaslighting.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to see if he walks with a limp in this flashback, but I couldn't tell.
Falcone?
No, Oz.
Oh. By the way, speaking of DC comic shows, I'm just going to take this opportunity to just brag. I've seen the episode of Superman and Lois that's airing tomorrow, and nobody else has.
Wait. You've seen the episode. I thought you only get to see the first.
First three.
Oh, sorry. You've seen the first 3 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they aired the first 2 the same night, so the third one is airing tomorrow.
I thought you were saying you saw Ghana Snatch again, but whatever.
Stop calling it that.
Don't call it that.
Taladia's mother thought it was awesome, okay? I know Aaron will love it.
Well, good for Taladia's mother.
Yeah.
Are the cops on the payroll? They're calling Oz the Penguin, right?
Is that the first time he's called the Penguin on the show?
No. Well,
Okay.
Alberto called him the Penguin in the first episode
you're right,
when they were talking to
yeah.
each other. He might actually have been called the Penguin in every episode so far. Because Johnny Beatty called the Penguin at least
for a
once.
second there, I thought the cops was Matt Reeves for a second.
Oh, I forget who I saw say this, but Matt Reeves. Somebody said that Matt Reeves, if he were an actor, he could make a great Commissioner Gordon because the mustache, everything. He actually looks a lot like Commissioner Gordon. Like Yeah, I think I could. It's like he jumped from behind to in front camera. It's like, yeah, could be a pretty convincing Commissioner Gordon.
Mob lawyers are great until they're worthless.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Somebody's bleeding through.
Yeah, I think I am hearing the audio through somebody else's.
Not mine.
I got my headset on, so it's not me.
Yeah, I got mine headset on.
I'm mostly muted, so
I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. I guess you could say she was something in the way. I'm gonna have fun with that joke through the rest of the show. If you guys haven't picked up on that yet.
Getting thrown in Arkham Asylum. Pre-Batman time though, right? So at least you don't have the elevated Arkham Asylum situation.
And you know, this kind of
This
reminds
show
me.
it's called Arkham State Hospital, but yeah.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Everybody remember seeing in Rambo First Blood when he gets arrested and the cops
and they spray him down.
yeah, spray him down. They just really really treat him horribly. And Dave Morrell said that was actually based that part of the book.
Wait, is that Alberto as in the Black Masker?
No, Black Mask is Roman Sionis. Alberto is Alberto Falcone, Carmine's son. So this Julian Rush was in the first episode.
Wow, that was rough.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They do a good job of making you see how you might be able to go crazy in a place like that, right? Especially if the scales are against you.
Williams doing his Black Panther impersonation.
You're hilarious.
I am hilarious. You know it.
You gotta do the Wakanda Forever thing, William, since you got the ears on the, and the all black on.
I could say Williams doing the Steve Harvey impersonation of Black Panther.
Okay. Why is it because of
Yeah.
the mustache?
Yeah,
Okay, I get it.
he's got the perfect Steve Harvey mustache. Although I can't really comment on other people's hair because I'm very follically challenged.
So I think the candy, of course, is the
Mm.
extract of the mushrooms we saw last week. She mentioned that they were
Yeah,
using
yeah, I
the
can see that.
asylum. And it was red like that.
That was brutal. That was rough.
Don't you see that find that as the T as the as this TV show keeps progressing, it gets darker and darker.
As the show, as this episode, or the whole show?
Oh, the whole show it keeps
Yeah,
progressing, like each
definitely.
episode.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, it's a Batman show, so you expect to get dark, but yeah, it's definitely. I mean, you kind of sense that too in like the music choices they make over the end credits because they start out it's kind of lighthearted at the beginning with 9 to 5, and they've gotten more somber as they go along. So yeah, I can definitely see the tone, getting a lot more sinister as the show progresses.
Okay, whose mic is that?
Mine.
I'm muted.
Claustrophobic, and you think that you're going to be,
Catman.
and you think you're going to be, if you have like a fear of like being falsely put in prison, then this is a good scary movie for you, Brad. It's not VHS, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too fond of tight spaces myself. Yeah. She just looks like she's like an illustration just brought to life. She looks like a comic book villain, like psychotic, like street, like psycho brought from the Batman from Gotham brought to life here. They really designed, made her overall look. They designed that very well. Yeah, never bring a fork to a knife fight.
So are they like this in real life, like jail wise?
Are prisons like this? Yeah.
Mm.
As far as like living conditions or like in prison violence.
Whoa,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
What?
Well, the electroshock therapy is not, even though they still use it today.
The reason why I say this because we don't get that in the UK. Like we don't get that type of behavior in the UK. Like chains and
Well, I don't know. People are when they're out of their cell, they constantly walk around. I mean, I'm not.
You're talking
super
about like
knowledgeable
the
there.
shackles
Yeah,
on the neck, Taladia.
Well, this is I mean this is Arkham, so it's like in Gotham, so it's like they default to being a maximum security prison.
Yeah, electroshock therapy. I've actually seen it done on people, and it's like one quick jolt, and that's it. And they're usually sedated. But this is not the really real world. This is a really fake world.
Well, I don't know how is that still in use, because I think that would kind of fall under cruel and unusual punishment.
No, because they sedate the people, and it's a method of last resort, because when the drugs don't work, and it really does work to cure depression.
Yeah, but you're zapping somebody's brain. That's
Yes, and we use leeches to this day too, Brad.
not that I've seen using leeches.
If you cut a finger off or a hand off and they reattach it, they put leeches on your hand to keep the blood flow going through it.
I mean, I think if you cut off your hand, I think the most important thing is cauterize that wound.
You said reattach though.
No, the most important thing is put direct pressure on it, get to the hospital with your old hand, and in hopes they can reattach it.
What do you do? What do you again, Clint?
I fixed slot machines, and before that, I was an EMT.
Oh, okay. So you have a lot of knowledge about all this. Okay. Well, I mean, how long? Okay. So, I mean, how long have you got? What's your window of opportunity to reattach a hand?
Well, let's just say the faster the better.
I mean, I know like 3 days later that's going to be too late, but I mean, what do you got, like 2 hours or what?
Well, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it works. It's just the faster you get it done, the more success you have.
You cause a flash in my head there. It's the episode of The Simpsons where Homer tries to reach up into the two vending machines and to get the cans out of there, and he can't get his arms out. And the medical guys come and say, "Okay, we're sorry, we got to take your arms off." And Homer's like, "They'll grow back, right?" It's like, yeah. And then one guy says, "Wait a minute, Mr. Simpson, are you just holding on to the cans?"
So this is a flashback. I think she you see this in the second episode. You see the part of this scene in the second episode.
Yeah. This looks like the same interrogation room that
Joker and the Riddler one
happened. Yeah.
What's going on, Ruth?
Hey, Ruth.
No, we lost Aaron again. We're gonna.
Morning, Ruth.
What's going on, Azteca?
when I watched the episode earlier, that Arkham part reminds me of the show Gotham. Yeah, a little bit. It's only 6 a.m. Well, I mean, it's audios, you know that.
Yeah, it's only 6 a.m. I know that.
Hmm.
I went to bed early so I could be up for this.
Yeah, cauterization, you never ever want to do that. The best thing you do is get some rags or something and push as hard as you can stand it on the wound.
Why you want to cauterize?
You don't. That's back in the 1800s.
Well, yeah, I'm asking, like, why don't you want to now?
Because you're adding a wound on top of a wound.
I like the episode, Ruth. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this might be my favorite one so far.
I stopped watching that Cowboys game at halftime, man. It was terrible.
Them assholes can't tackle. Not one Cowboy out there making a tackle. I saw fools getting yards after hit like it was Tecmo Bowl, but that's another day.
So, Ruth, it's your happy fun day of Terrifier.
Oh yeah, Ruth is ready. Roll the. And by the way, what just happened there? That's like PG-13 compared to Terrifier. You see, I just can't. I don't like needles, and needle in the neck. That just, oh man, that always makes me just wince.
The caption said "thumping wetly" when she was getting her head smacked against the table. Thumping wetly is a pretty fun descriptor. I think I'll add it to my repertoire. Thumping wetly. What do you think about that, Brad?
That's hot.
It's a thing.
It's very.
It
could be
words.
I don't know, chat. What do you guys think about things thumping wetly?
I think we're threading the line of demonetization just close as we can get.
Mm-hmm. I live on the edge, man. But I don't say keywords. That's the trick. They might answer your timeline question in a bit here, Clint. I don't remember.
Well, I'm not watching it. I'm just going off by what you guys are talking about.
Got it.
I don't have a 95-inch TV like some people here.
The TV doesn't make the man in my book, Clint. If that means anything. I don't know, Chuck. I don't know. There's been some hints to the Riddler, like a few times in the last couple episodes. I don't know if they'll make a cameo, if the Riddler will make a cameo, but they've definitely.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't expect him because we just got like he's the main villain of the movie, the first movie of the franchise. So it's like he'd be like he's of the Batman villains, like other than the Penguin, he's the one we've seen the most of so far. So I feel like if you're doing cameos, you probably would have other people doing it.
I got a month and 2 days before my birthday, Ruth.
Yeah, cool. Nearly your birthday. Well, Ruth, it's might as well be your birthday today because you're seeing Art the Clown today, aren't you?
Wait, so skipped it skipped time. It went from the Arkham Asylum. Now he's in the house.
Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. She was having
Yeah.
This is so in the beginning of the episode, she called this guy after her and
Yeah.
Oz were in the alley. Remember last week when it ended and
Yeah.
they were in the alley? And Vic saved Oz. She called this guy, and then this whole episode was like a flashback of her experience. So now we're back in the present.
So she kind of had like a flashback.
For the most part, yeah. But now we're back in the present. So she's been in Arkham for 10 years up till a couple of weeks ago when they in the real time of the show, right? So
10 years Arkham, that sounds like hell.
Yeah, it's nearly my birthday, and it's also nearly Howard the Duck time.
Why do you want to watch that again, man?
I don't know if you picked up on that, William, but I think the pills were in the drawer, and I think she suggested that he was self-medicating to get over whatever happened while he was there as well. I'm not sure if that's the honest assessment, but I think that's what she was suggesting.
I got a feeling something big's about to happen here. I just got
you just got to check it out.
I think I know what's about to happen. Wow.
You're just gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll be right back because this is probably going to be something I want to watch in solitude. Like, give me a minute.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, man. Chuck says that he used people like Black Mask and Thorne and Harvey Bullock, Flass, and he says, yeah, I could definitely see like
they could have
like Flass, like a lot of the like the well-known kind of Gotham PD characters like Harvey Bullock and Flass. I could definitely see them appearing on tie-in shows like this.
Like that Gotham PD show they could have done.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that keeps like it was going to be an Arkham show, and then it was Gotham PD, and now it's like being kind of reworked into something else. So
Cape Crusader was the Gotham PD show.
Yeah. Who was it who played?
Somebody did a really clever thing online. It was like a mock intro to a Gotham PD show, but they used the Law and Order theme song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to look that up.
Antonio wants to see Black
Mask. Who was it who played Harvey Bullock on Gotham? Because I used to watch that with Ashley, and we I remember this one episode. Yeah, it was Donald Logue. He was Quinn in Blade, and I forget which episode this was, but somebody asked, he's having this conversation while he's out investigating something, and somebody asked him, this one going like, "Are you afraid of X, Y, or Z?" And he says, "The only thing that scares me is decaf coffee." We both just, oh man, that's got to be the best line in the show.
Ben McKenzie, I think his name is.
No, he played Gordon. He was Gordon.
Oh, Gordon, yeah.
He was Batman on year one, and Bryan Cranston was Commissioner Gordon on year one, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. And then guy that played Mike Ehrmantraut on Breaking Bad was Commissioner Gordon on Arkham Knight. That, of course, was Bryan Cranston's guest or his co-dealer guy on Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, he was Donald Logue. Yeah, he was Quinn and Blade, and he Wesley Snipes keeps cutting his hand off.
Oh,
Blade.
I know what you're talking about. The guy with the redheaded guy with the beard.
He fucking took my hand again. We've been trying to kill this motherfucker for years.
He got his hand cauterized by
Yeah.
Blade.
And then finally, Blade actually takes him out. He just like pulls like the Garrett wire from his vest and just zips it out and just cuts his head off. And that
Yeah,
he
let's
chops
know
him
he
like
could've done
80
that in-
times in that movie. That finally
Yeah.
gets him down.
Because he was just playing with him the whole time. He could have done that in the beginning.
What did you call that wire?
The Garrett wire.
That piano
It's
wire.
a garrote.
Okay. I mean, you can pronounce tomato.
Garrett is a football coach.
Okay. Okay. No, but he does. He mentions that though at the beginning when he's like he impales him with those silver spikes. And I'm getting tired of chopping you up, and like I'll try fire now. Yeah, you might be on something there, Spidey. He was probably just messing around with Quinn the whole movie. It's like I'll take you out for a good one. I feel like it.
I used to love watching Blade movies. My whole theory about Blade is he can decide how fast the vampires die after he stabs them, because in the second one the woman is dying and the sun is rising.
Yeah.
The female vampire, and he's having a whole conversation with her. He gets to say his goodbye, but for the dramatic effect. But any other vampires, he'll stab him if he wants to look cool and walk through the door. They'll turn to dust or whatever.
Who was that with again? Oh, you're talking about
Blade 2.
Blade 2, yeah, with the where it's like it's because the way they take out the sun rising part in the first one, it's like a really horrific death, and then Blade 2, it's like it's really beautiful, like it's
going
just
slow.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever he needs to happen is how fast the vampires die. In the first movie, the vampires are running the world
reaches her
from
hand
behind
up
the
and like
scenes.
caresses his head. It's like they have this like romantic moment. And, yeah.
The vampires were running the world from behind the scenes. They were all the cops, the politicians, the doctors. In the second movie, he had them down to a building. In the third movie, it was like 5 of them. They had to go get Dracula.
I really hope Ryan. I really hope that that the Logan Blade one. I really hope they. And I think if I were a betting man, I'd say we're going to see that before if ever we see Mahershala Ali one. And I really hope that what they do with that is they take the original idea for Blade Trinity of having vampires ruling the world, and that way it's like a post-apocalyptic concept. I really hope they take that and run with that.
Did you catch this at first when they were playing it, Brad? Don't spoil it for William, but
Yeah, I'll
just
I'll
you can
remain
let me know if you
silent.
caught it or not. That's all.
and not at first I didn't know.
Okay.
How's it going, Droga? I won't say my usual joke right now, but I'll say it later at some point of my choosing. Yeah. Where do I feel like I've seen this kid before?
Maybe
She
in
been
one
in
of your
anything?
classes.
I knew
should
one
be
of you were
your
gonna,
ass in
I
one of
knew
your
one of you guys
classes.
were gonna take that and like turn it into like, oh, she's one of the kids from your dojo, Brad.
That kicks you in the head.
Oh, I feel like I've seen her in something before though.
Aztec, I was gonna say it. I didn't want to shit on dude, but that would have made him G Wayne, generic Wayne. It's like they built that
Look,
guy in a lab
you're a kid of
and put
honor,
no
me.
character in him.
Bad actor like power.
Antonio has a vision though, Azteca, so we can't shit on him too much. He's got an idea. He's got dreams. He's got dreams. He wants to see things happen. You can't get on a man for having a dream. Maybe it could be Glenn Howerton as Batman instead.
You know, the real mob would probably be involved with rebuilding the seawalls and getting the kickbacks from that.
Yeah.
This mob is in disarray right now because the head was cut off a couple of weeks ago, and they're all vying for power right now. And they were on the seawall hustle back when Carmine was running shit, but.
So, Brad, I gotta ask you this: what do you think about James Gunn's comments about making it not an old Batman?
About his Batman not being a older Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't know. That's kind of neither here nor there. I mean, it's like whatever age your Batman is, it's it's whatever works best for the story you're telling. So, Pattinson's go ahead.
I have a funny feeling it's going to be Dick Grayson Batman.
So you think it's not going to be Bruce Wayne?
No,
so
I don't
that's how Batman and Robin with Damian Wayne starts out.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson is a great Batman. Yeah. He's a great Batman.
Because I mean, we've got and that might actually be like because you had Pattinson's year 2 Batman and Affleck is year 20, so. That could be like a way to kind of differentiate your franchise a little bit. Is like, okay, we're not that he couldn't do not that they couldn't have their own Bruce Wayne, but just to really kind of try something different.
The only thing that works against it is if that's the introductory Batman, people are going to be, where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? Why isn't Bruce Batman?
Oh, they'll definitely get questions like that, but
I don't think Gunn wants that on his head.
There's about a million things he doesn't want on his head. He's got on his head because of how much they stumbled into all of this. I mean, he doesn't want the Joker 2 flopping on his head, but here we are.
So William, I don't know if you're listening, but she did her damn thing. She did her damn thing. She got a little pep in her step while she does it too.
Oh, I hear the music playing.
They say revenge is a dish best served cold. Oh shit, Helen Shaver? Let me make sure this is who I'm thinking of. Helen Shaver directed this. Was that okay? Let me look her up real quick. I wonder if that's the same one I'm thinking of.
Dang, man. So she cracked when she was smoking in the bedroom. She cracked that window and had all the other ones closed up. Killed them with carbon monoxide poisoning.
What
do you think, William?
I thought it was going to be much more violent than that, but I knew she was going to do that, which is appropriate because it's consistent. I still like episode 3 better than this one, but I like this one.
Yeah,
I choose them between children. It's like all these episodes have been like.
Vic is definitely a fresh and interesting character, and they're doing cool things with him. So it's like you're getting a new taste when you're doing the Vic storyline. But I like how they're doing.
I know what she ultimately is. Yeah.
Right. I still think she's great.
I hope nothing happens to him. Sorry.
Well, here's the thing, though. The show is called Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Penguin makes it into the next Batman movie.
That's what I'm saying.
I kind of know he comes out on top. It's just going to be like. I don't think she's going to.
No.
I think Sophia Falcone's got 4 more episodes of living. That's what my.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did this gas attack occur?
You talking about this last one? It was overnight. So when
Yeah.
she took she closed all the windows, and before she closed all the windows, she must have undone the gas main.
Yeah, she
in the basement or
redirected the
whatever.
vent. She redirected
Yeah.
the vent
No,
pipe so
no,
that
that's
there's no air.
not what I'm asking.
Okay, okay.
When did this occur? Was
Last
it
night.
when she made the deal with the penguin to go do the thing? Did it
No,
happen
she-
after?
No.
No, she set it
This
up
is-
that night. Yeah.
Yeah. So when she left out of
That
Dr.
yeah.
Rush's house, she did this.
Oh,
So
so
this-
yeah, this was
is
what I was
current.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Helen,
flashback ends when she wakes up and everything is current from here on out. She when they were in the alley in the beginning of the episode, she called for Dr. Rush on the phone, and then we get the flashback, and then she wakes up in Dr. Rush's house. He gives her new clothes. They have their conversation, and then she goes and does what she has to do to the family.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
by the way, yeah,
You're
the
welcome.
Helen, yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on,
that
hold
is
on,
the
let me see
Helen
the
Shaver I
preview.
was thinking of, because
Hold
I
on,
remember
guys.
her from Tremors 2, and she's like moved in directing. So yeah, she went from Tremors 2, and she's done all kinds of, but now she's directing episode of The Penguin. So yeah, that's who I was thinking of, and I was right.
But she got the mob out of the way for the penguin for his come up too. So there's,
Hold on, because I was watching that preview.
One of the mobs.
one of the mobs. You still got the Maronis out there and like got the triads. Somebody in the chat said they wanted to see Roman Sionis. I think Roman Sionis is kind of like the new kind of mob, right? Because the Black Mask and his mob are more like can survive within the era of the supervillains, right? So they're a newer, tougher kind of mob that can hang. Because the whole thing with the supervillains coming up, at least in year one and Long Halloween and stuff, is the mob goes out of favor. The mobs in Gotham and the families in Gotham lose all their power.
I wonder if there's going to be a Halloween episode.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, I can see the timing wise, but also it's like this is falling a week after the Batman, which takes place, or it starts out taking place on Halloween. So,
Okay.
kind of you're a little bit unless you're doing like a flashback thing, you're a little bit kind of got a little bit
Like where people were at during the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they could do it like that too.
Well, they did that with Vic. But yeah, basically for the Halloween, you could see like what was going on at Iceberg or whatever, or at the Falcones. The only thing I'm kind of wondering now is how much time has passed since the Batman. How much time has passed since the show has started? Like, are we
So
a couple weeks in? Or
Well,
Yeah.
they've already said it. She's only been out of Arkham
for 10 years.
Yeah,
For a couple weeks. Couple weeks. Yeah, you're right.
so
You're right.
this-
You're
This
right.
is all
A couple of
happening
weeks.
within.
Yeah.
It's all happens inside of a month of that.
Yeah, I was thinking at this point we're probably about a month out from the ending of the Batman.
Okay.
And, yeah, she's not going to make it. So, but it's going to be cool to see how they get her. And because
See
now she
Penguin.
put her, yeah, because I think everybody, Maroni, all these guys are going to get killed. At the end, he's going to be the only one left standing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think there's any use for any of these characters going forward anyway, other than to build this story for him. That's their only purpose. Because going forward, we've already done the ground, laying the groundwork for what Gotham is and what he is, and in the underworld, all that. These people are free kills at this point. You can kill Maroni in jail. You can kill. She'll die at the last episode.
Do we think Vic is going to survive or no?
I think
You
Vic.
he'll be
I
like
think it's
Penguin's
50-50.
enforcer?
I
He
think
could be
it's
Penguin's
50-50.
enforcer moving forward, right? We see where.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think it's 50-50. I know he's going to survive. And I know
for
what
sure.
he becomes. And in order for him to become what he becomes, none of these other
One of
guys
the top
can win.
3 gangsters in Gotham.
Yeah. And the other one, we already know two of them are pretty much dead. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but like I said, still entertaining nonetheless. I enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I would put 3 slightly ahead of it. This one, the pacing of this one almost lost me if it wasn't for the fact that I still knew exactly what was going on. They still did a good job of telling your story. They could have gotten to the point a lot quicker. I appreciate that these shows are an hour and 2 minutes and they're not short Star Wars type shit, 30 minutes and all that. But if you're going to have that hour and 2 minutes, you need to move the story along a lot quicker and a lot faster than this episode did. But its ultimate end, I got where they were going. Her character is strong, but it's not strong enough to center an episode around.
Okay.
So I had some issues with this episode, but like I said, that makes it like an A minus. You know, it's not like it torpedoes
What
the
did you
episode
think
at all.
about the Falcone cameo with Mark Strong?
I
As
thought he did a
the,
great job at looking like
okay.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very convincing as him. Yeah, I had no problem with
Yeah.
that. Once again, it was just her character. Even with the actress that's playing her, her character is cool and she's intriguing. I did not need a whole fucking episode about her. I really
Yeah.
did not need a
You
whole
wanted to see
episode
where
about her.
You wanted to see more
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
Oz was at.
I tune in for the title character of the story, and I love having her as part of it, but not as I can't. I don't ever want to see an entire hour of just her, because anything that was interesting about her character, it just got kind of watered down for me within the last hour and 2 minutes. And like I like her character, but everybody is there to compliment him, the title character. I did not need a whole episode of her, so and that really kind of like once I figured out where it was going, I'm like, okay, this is necessary, but it could have been executed better and faster. But that's okay because, once again, there have been no bad episodes of the show. This is just this might out of the 4 might be my least favorite because of its pacing and because of its subject matter wasn't strong enough to hold up the episode for that long. So,
Chuck
With
and
with something like this, with something like that, it should have been like a web short.
yeah,
Compliment
this could have been a
an
flashback.
episode.
Everything that happened here could have been a flashback within an episode that included, other parts of the story. This like I said, my only gripe about it was done well. It was just done at a pace that was like, ugh. And then it was just her character is just not strong enough. She's a supporting character. I could have told this story within literally about 15 minutes of an hour and 2. That's all.
Yeah, you know how in Star Trek they have like trick shorts.
Yeah.
It should have been. This could have been their own version of a trick short type situation.
Yeah. I could have done that. But like I said, if they wanted to tell us a story, it just didn't need to be all about her, and it didn't need to be that slow, and it didn't need to be that long. That's my.
I kind of feel the same way about this episode. Last episode was kind of the same way. I feel.
The penguin was in the show, though. See, that's the thing. I don't tune in.
Well, the penguin was in this one too.
Yeah, very. It revolves around him, though. The show, episode 3.
Well, they did touch on like their dynamic of him being the driver, and they've been talking about that, and you see how
they already did
treats
that.
him.
Yeah, they already did that. They covered that last episode.
But this episode,
you see how they treated him and shit when he was the driver, like both of her and her brother.
That's cool. I just didn't need an hour and 2 about that.
Would you consider this a filler episode?
A what?
A filler episode.
I wouldn't no, because I don't a filler episode. It is relevant to the story. I'm not saying that it's not relevant to the lineage of the story, and filler episodes generally aren't. It just could have been done better, faster, at a better pace, and not all about her. Like I said, her character, it doesn't support that. It doesn't support that. Oz being in episode 3, even if we need time, it revolves around him. And the story revolves around him. Everybody who's in this show lives or dies to support the ultimate outcome of his character.
But the best thing about this show is like this kind of shows the beginning of the downfall of everything, and it was all his doing.
Oh no! What happened during the episode? I have no issues with. It just didn't need to be the whole episode, and there needed to be other elements in there because it all leads to other elements anyway. So this is not a filler episode because it is relevant going forward. But I just think they could have covered a lot more ground. It was just like I said, this is a flashback. Just everything that got covered in this episode could have been covered in a flashback, like most of the episode was.
So you're, if in other words, and tell me if I'm wrong here, you wanted an A plot and a B plot, an A plot with
yes, exactly,
Sophia, and a B plot with Oz in the present.
You only have 8 episodes to cover so much ground and keep some momentum.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like I said, I didn't dislike this episode. I'm just saying if I'm judging it as far as in comparison to the other episodes, this episode could have had everything that we got in it, compressed with the rest of the elements of the story moving forward. That's just an opinion. That's just all. I mean,
I hope that now that we've gotten basically with the penguin side of the story, we didn't get any further progress from when him and Vic drove off. So does the next episode start from there? Is
Yeah,
a
it has
couple
to
of days
because
later?
now it's a full. If you
Yeah.
watch the preview, it's a full-on gang war. She knows now. There's no doubt in her
Mhm.
mind that she killed Alberto,
Mhm.
and he doesn't give a fuck now because he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
kill
what
everyone
Nadia
else.
said straight up. You killed
Yeah.
Alberto right in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna. He said
He
one
can't lie
family
his
down.
way out of it because they got the ring. You know what I mean?
No, he's gonna
So-
kill his way out of it. He's gonna kill
Yeah,
his
he's
way
gonna
out of it.
have to.
So-
He's gonna have to be the Penguin.
Hey, listen, I love the Kurgan, but I think I think the Kurgan's last episode is next week. I think her and I think Nadia, they're gone.
Okay.
I think the thinning of the field is gonna come down to him and her. And I think
you think Sal Maroni survives this, or is he gonna get shanked
No,
up in prison?
no. Kurgan, Clancy Brown is gone next episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's gone. I knew the moment I saw him. If you understand the logic of where this all ends up and leads up, there are certain people that just have to die.
Yeah.
There are certain people that just
they
can't
at least
got
to be taken out of the way. Right.
Yeah, because in order for certain people to ascend to certain heights, certain people can't be around. Sal Maroni was like, he's outlived his usefulness, just from his introduction as far as the actual story goes. Because now it's all bets are on the table. She knows, and he knows, but it doesn't really matter now because she wiped out the family.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Maroni's family is weakened because he's in jail. Nadia's stupid. She could have played her hand
Nadia
a lot
would've done
better.
it.
That was dumb. That was. I'm like, you fucking dummy. Why are you doing that?
She fucked up things for the Penguin more than anything though, because like Nadia just saying what she had to say before things changed is all that needed to happen for Sophia to be where she's like you said. So that fucked Penguin's whole thing up.
but as you can see in the previews, he's still operating. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
Now he's just he maneuvers himself to the point where, okay, I'm gonna carry on this charade as long as I can until I can't anymore. Then I'm just gonna kill you. Like that guy, that one dude he stabbed. He was gonna, as long as that guy said it was this so and so who did it, he was gonna be all right. But when the plan changed, he was like, "Fuck, you got to go."
Liability.
All these people are like that to him. All of these people are like that to him. They're all gonna die. They're all gonna die, and because, like I said, going forward in Matt Reeves' universe, these people have no use. They have no use beyond building up to a certain point, which is they've done this excellently well. Because you have to know that these people are dust. You have to, if you watch any mob movie, hell, you watch half of Goodfellas, you know that these people are done. It's just how they do it and who's left over. I don't see. I could be 100% wrong. I don't see her surviving this. I don't see her surviving.
He's gonna send Vic out to do hits.
Well, no, something's gonna happen. She'll get killed in the car. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about. He's 50-50. I don't know about him, but Maroni. Like I said, we can rewind this back. I think Maroni's dead. He's a casualty of all the chaos. He's done.
You think the triads are gonna be part of the war?
No, I think the triads are going to be. I think the triads going to benefit from who's running shit. Because remember, it doesn't matter to them. Mm-hmm. Whoever's left over can hold up their end of the deal. That's why
that new drug on the street is the black market economy there, right?
Exactly. The triad, right? Yeah, the triad's not going to give a fuck who's at the other end of the deal as long as somebody holds up their end of the deal. So that's why I know all these other people got to die because Penguin's going to be that other side. Mm-hmm. He's going to be that other side, and so. But yeah, it's intriguing, but could be completely wrong. But I think Maroni's dead. Her entire family, for the most part, is going to get wiped out and consolidated under him. Mm-hmm. I think one of them is going to kill her. I think he's going to double cross. Something's going to happen, but I can't see narratively why they would leave her alive or Maroni alive.
Are there any named members of the family or any named bodyguards on that side still alive?
I don't know. Because they've switched that up to they made it so you can't really keep track of that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, named within the show, like people like not red shirt characters, if you will. You know what I mean?
No, but they don't really. I don't think they have, but they don't really have to because whoever he pays off to kill her or whoever he manipulates to kill her, that person will become a name now. That person will become a main character by double crossing her or something. He's gonna somebody's gonna turn on her and get her. And then he's just going to orchestrate.
Drogo's got a great question, William. He's got a great question.
Not in this universe. Not in this universe. He doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, these guys are playing by their own rules. Like I said, a lot of these characters that are going to die in this show have much longer existences in comics, and but it doesn't matter. They're cannon fodder because we don't have 5,000 issues to tell a story.
You're right.
We
You're
have
right.
we have this show, and we have 2 more Batman movies, and whatever he does outside of that. But these people that are dying, that are going to get whacked in this series, they don't have. There's no use for them.
This show is like 2.5 Batman movies because Batman's
Pretty
3
much.
hours.
Pretty much, but it's I enjoyed the episode. Like I said, I enjoyed the episode. I just did the pacing, and I just think that there should have been him and Victor, somebody in there. I wanted to see him dealing with her, that Maroni's dumbass wife, who basically could have played a much better and much stronger hand than she did, instead of jumping out the car and blasting,
running her mouth.
Yeah. Why don't you manipulate? Why don't you do what everybody else in the show has done and manipulate and wait? There's no patience.
She's the weak link in the Maroni family.
Yeah, so she's dead. I don't know how, but I know. Like I said, all these people are going to go, and it's going to come down to the Penguin and whoever he consolidates to. I think he's going to take over the Falcone family. I think he's going to be the end guy because I think they're going to turn on her and kill her. That's just no inside information. I just see how this is going, and I'm like, okay, these people are literally living out their usefulness before my very eyes. Hell, fucking half the household, the Falcone household, wife, everybody's dead. She didn't give a fuck about killing them. So they're going to have some split loyalty.
They were ready to kill her just last. That's what she was telling them.
You either go to Italy or I say that's where you've gone. I'm like, ooh, wow.
Except for the kid. The kid is still alive. So.
Well, yeah, at least she has a heart. Look at her. See, she had a heart. She's not a completely cold. Whatever she wasn't guilty of, we're past that. Let's not forget about the kid, the innocent little punk kid that she killed in the first episode. Remember him? Even if she's not guilty of one hangman murder, fuck, she's a
killer. She's a killer. And she was torturing us.
Yeah, which is still a very uncomfortable scene, dude. Ugh, that big hairy caveman, dude. But anyway, yeah, I like her character. I just didn't need the whole hour of her. She's going to get an Emmy nomination for this. He's going to win it for this. If Colin Farrell doesn't win for this, then they need to retire the award. Best makeup has got to be for this because there are people in here that look like things that they are not. Mainly him. Yeah. They do a great job with her makeup because they change her makeup to fit her many moods. When they want you to feel sympathy for her, her makeup is different. When they want you to realize what a bitch she is, her makeup is that way. And then when they want you to make her feel like she's conflicted and clueless, if you notice, her makeup is that way. So they're using the makeup and all this to tell us as much of a story as anything else. They've done a good job using the city. Like I said, I think the Reverse does a better job than any Batman anything than making this city a part of it.
You've been to Blackgate, you've been to Arkham, you've been to the Iceberg Lounge, you've been all over.
Yeah.
So, what do you think halfway through the show, everybody? Halfway through the show, now that we're here,
I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. Yeah.
I didn't ask you.
Yeah, it's really cool.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But no, Maroni doesn't have to. Listen. When we start getting into these storytellers and these guys start running these shows, they're pretty much given license to do just about anything they want at this point. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I'm digging the show so far. So
it's epic. It's epic. It's really, like I said, it has lived up to HBO Sunday night, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific. It has lived up to the time slot, if not surpassed it a little bit, because certain years of Game of Thrones didn't. Like season 8 of Game of Thrones after episode 3 did not. House of the Dragon, for reasons that are not House of the Dragon's fault, did not live up to what it could have been because they were cutting time episodes over money. So but this one, nothing has been cut. Nothing has been sacrificed with this show.
Because so far it seems like this is just going to be a one season kind of deal, at least with this character study show, right?
Yeah. What I think they're going to do is I think that each time they do it, they're going to go back to a different aspect of Gotham. They're going to go back to a different, because I think this is all going to stay in Gotham. We won't hear about any other cities, and everything he does. Like, so this one is the Penguin. So depending on where we're going out with the Batman, it could be a cat. I would love to see Catwoman. I would love to see Zoe Kravitz be Catwoman for 8 episodes.
That's what you call it. They're sisters, aren't they?
Who?
Catwoman and Sophia would be sisters, half sisters, right?
Oh yeah, Courtney.
Catwoman's dad in the movie.
That works. That
Oh,
works. And I
wow.
love her
Yeah.
portrayal of that character. I really liked her portrayal of that character. And then
So we
she's a
can
character,
see a Catwoman TV show.
and I think that would do great
Yeah.
because Catwoman's a really popular. She's one of the characters that on her own can have a long run, and people buy into her run. They buy into her relationship with Batman. They've established that in the Batman, what kind of relationship that they could have.
And you could have fun with her thievery, her socialite status, and her playing
Yeah,
both
her
sides.
mob involvement. Yeah, her
Yeah,
playing all
yeah,
sides.
yeah.
I mean, you could have Penguin pop up in there because obviously she's going
Yeah.
to be working in a. They already have a pre-existing. And once
She-
again, you don't have to have
and they can-
Batman in the story.
She has a stake to the throne of the former Falcone crime empire. You know,
there's
you know.
so many places you could go
Yeah,
with
she's
this.
in this lineage of like ancient Egyptian like reincarnated cat warriors too.
This guy.
This guy. Anyway,
Had to get
Was that? Are you happy that you got that out?
I'm thrilled I got that.
Did you give yourself a pat on the back for destroying the momentum of this? But no, there's
Hey,
so
I
many
didn't even
ways.
do that.
Yeah, there's so many
Aaron's,
ways.
yeah, my
you
baby
could go.
sister, she's got my back.
Look at her. She's the only one laughing, but okay, that's all right. But that's what a cult is, Brad. That is what a cult leader and a cult member. That is the relationship you're supposed to have. Anyway,
One of us.
but no, this guy, if they let Matt Reeves and they don't really just let him do what he wants to, give him some oversight, I think he could get a long run, and it doesn't all have to be about Batman. Gotham City has a lot of things to it, but who knows how long he wants to do it. I know everything so far has been successful. We've only had the two things. This ratings for this show are successful, and Batman didn't make $1 billion, but it didn't need to. It didn't cost him that much to make, and like I said, when you do something with Batman, if you're doing it right, 400 million is your baseline.
Yeah.
400 million. You start at 400 million now. You start. There's only been one in the modern era since okay, let's go to 2000, year 2000. There's only been the one a Batman movie that did not make that, and now would have been, I think it would have been The Dark Knight barely made it, or not The Dark Knight, but Batman Begins barely made it. That was a stepping point, and that was fine. It led to it would by the time you were done with that, if you take Heath Ledger's performance out of that, none of those last two movies make $1 billion. But they probably make really good money. They're probably $500-600 million movies for what they spent on those movies. Those are blockbusters. Those get people promoted. So you lay down the bat anywhere and you do it right, your baseline minimum, you start out with $400 million. So I would love to see this continue. And then, like I said, whatever James Gunn does is what he does. I don't go to a restaurant and just eat one thing all the time. Sometimes I switch it up. And if he's on the menu, I'll take a look at that too. But like I said, it's a good time to be a Batman fan if you're paying attention. That's all.
Well, I said, well, you stepped away. It's like it's nice with the reception in this. It's nice to see something Batman related performing well this weekend.
yeah.
I think the Joker, be honest with you, after the people who basically only live to shit on movies, after they get further in the rearview mirror, and you get it somewhere in an environment where there's not a crowd of people just trying to shit on things. I'm not saying it's good. I already gave my review on it as far as where I think it collapses. I don't think it's anywhere near its box office. Did not reflect the quality. Its box office did not reflect any of those ratings. And most of these people, for my opinion, are full of shit. There are certain aspects I did not like about the movie, certain decision making. But I think once it gets on streaming, once it gets on PVOD, it'll make a considerable amount of its money back. Not all of it, but I don't think it's I think people have just gotten onto the group conversation when they see something, they just want to be part of the conversation. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'll say that sucks too because I don't have anything between my ears, but an echo of somebody else's opinion. So this isn't the first movie that has fallen to that. So we literally have come together because of certain movies that got that treatment to it, and some of them are better to a different degree. But yeah, I think with Joker 2, I think eventually after, like I said, the hounds go onto another carcass to feed on, you'll be able to look at the movie and be like,
should have said hyenas though. You should have said
hyenas
because you're talking about the Joker.
or it's like I said, it's become a pack mentality to evaluate a movie.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what's gone on with Joker is a classic display of bullshit. Is a classic display of why you shouldn't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. If you ever want to know why, if you want to ever Google why you should start using your own brain when it comes to evaluating what you spend your money on, Google Joker 2 reaction, because there it is.
The overreaction or the semblance of an overreaction is exactly what happened with the BVS and Justice League stuff.
Exactly.
You know, it has such an adverse effect.
Well, I didn't like Joker 2 mainly because it didn't seem like a Joker movie to me.
Well,
You
I mean,
actually
like,
saw it though.
Yeah, that's the
we have-
point. Is
we have our
you're
thoughts on it.
not targeting the movie because you had
Yeah.
you know you didn't like it you decided ahead of time you weren't gonna
Yeah.
like it. You know what I
And
mean?
we gave our thoughts on
And
here. It's like,
I've seen people online using the success of Terrifier 3
They're using that to
to bash Joker.
which I think is classless. I'm sorry. I and I like some of these people that are doing it. One has nothing to do with the other. One had expectations that it surpassed. The other one was a $1 billion movie, which was trying to surpass that. Terrifier 2, you $2 million movie, doing things like that. If you're into those movies, you didn't like the Joker, or you probably didn't even see it. But why did you have to put those two together? That's the mentality. That's like we're in the meme. We're in the
Well,
meme
it's
society
easy.
now.
It's easy for people to do that because it's one clown movie, beating another clown movie at the box office. So it's easy.
The killing in Joker was both movies actually had a point. Because Terrifier 3, oh come on, man.
Ruth. Again, Ruth. Really, please share your thoughts because I can't wait to hear what you
She's
think.
gonna love this dude.
She's gonna be all
I
over
think
the movie.
Ruth, they're gonna have to pull Ruth away from the screen because I think she might be like trying to
She's gonna stay there trying to catch another
Yeah.
show.
Took the whole day off because she might want to do a repeat the same day.
Well, she might tell us
there,
to do.
she's gonna sit there and just give the attendant her money. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave my seat. Just here, take my money. Can I have one of the popcorn bucket heads? I can see her in there right now. But here's the thing, though. Oh, go ahead, tell it.
With her pineapple, by the way, just forgot to mention.
Yeah,
that.
she'll have that pineapple there because guess what? The pineapple won't be the sickest thing about the movie. It's gonna be everything else.
She bought 2 tickets and put some googly eyes on the pineapple, and
But no, like I said, go ahead, Clint.
She told me the pineapples are out of season. She's eating bananas now.
Well, she's probably got them frozen with the bodies. So they're seasoning they're year round. But yeah, I think that when it comes down to the Joker, it's gonna get some Oscar nominations. It's gonna get cinematography. It's gonna get best makeup. It's not best. It's gonna get it nominated for best makeup, nominated for best wardrobe.
what do you think will beat it in makeup? Last of Us?
No, I'm talking about for Academy. Last of Us will get an Emmy. Dune. I still think Dune is Dune. People forgetting that Dune did.
Oh, you're talking about Joker.
Okay. Yeah, I think Dune. I think it's going to get some technical editing awards, and because, like I said, when people talk about the Joker, and I know I'm headed down bullshit boulevard, is when they start comparing it to movies that are just like, come on now, I can no longer take you seriously now. But when you say, okay, these are aspects I did not like about the movie, this is where I thought the movie let me down and it took my enjoyment out of it. But if you're not going to be objective, you might as well just join the meme culture. Oh, it's trash. It was worse than Madam Web. All right. You should have your tongue treated for saying something like that. That's just silly. It was not. Madam Web was a hacked up movie that was then hacked up after they changed their mind and then thrown out there with no expectations and no nothing. You cannot compare. See, that's where we're starting to get into the bullshit territory. You're gonna compare Joker and Madam Web. I just go numb like Charlie Brown's teachers when they start talking. That's what I hear when I hear stupid shit like that. Yeah. If you have a point, if you didn't like where the story went, you just don't agree. That's one thing. But to say it was worse than this and that, and some of the movies people are bringing up, I'm like, okay. Not only are you telling me you probably didn't see the Joker, you didn't see the stupid ass movie you just compared it to because you would choke on your own throat saying some stupid shit like that. But that's what we are today. That's the culture we are today. That's why I'd hate to be a movie maker in this society because you're aiming for streaming or PVOD or you're putting your ass and your career on the line. Because
they
it's
probably
all
got a
subjective.
lot of clicks and not, or some of these people probably got a lot of clicks and either didn't see the movie or hadn't seen the movie yet, and
Exactly.
they got paid off of emotional
Well,
response.
You have people who
Yeah.
built YouTube careers off of
Mhm.
burying movies.
Exactly. So you gotta play up to your audience.
Yeah, that's
regardless
not
of-
movie talk, by the way. That's not because you're not talking about the movie.
You're just,
You're,
that's
you're just
cheerleading
you're
failure.
just choosing a target. You're just choosing a target.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. But hey, this episode, like I said, I ultimately liked the episode. I didn't love this episode. I liked this episode. I think I would have handled it differently. It was a tough episode to get through, but it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. The shit should start hitting the fan in the last the shit
Calm
next
before
week.
the storm.
Next week there's some certain people should be dying. Nadia's, you're on the clock, babe. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just. This is how. You know,
That
it's like,
whole
it's like on Dexter. It's like on Dexter where okay, beginning of the episode, that guy's dead. How is Dexter gonna get him? That's all I need to know.
everybody in the black suburban's dead.
Yeah.
Well, shit, they got the whole Falcone household. So,
All right.
they're getting it done in bunches.
So
They're not
small
wasting
house,
any time. You know?
Tony.
That's right.
You know, and you see her walking out there. She's running shit.
With
now,
Johnny
and
V, how's she
Yeah.
gonna deal with him? She gonna
Well, yeah,
deal with him
because
like the chief did James Bond?
Well, no, because that's
Sure.
going to be interesting because, okay, well, he can, you know, which
He
she doesn't have
directly
any
threatened her
leverage yet.
last episode.
Well, that was because she was
Remember he
backed up by Luca.
Right,
Luca's
right.
gone
But
now.
he handed her the ticket and said, I mean,
But here's the thing, though. Yeah, under his orders, he's in a
Mhm.
good spot. You know why?
Mhm. Why you say
He's
that?
the one that made the deal with the triad. That's her connection into them. So she's going to be fighting
Okay.
Oz over that. And you see, when he says, "I'm going to get with mines," and like I said, they ain't killing the penguin. They're not
do you-
killing the penguin. So guess
What
we
do
got to
you
go.
What do you think she's gonna do with Rush? Because she is pissed at him for trying to control her, but then she walked out and said thank you.
I think she realizes that that conversation to me was a metaphor of what she was going to do to everybody else.
Okay.
Because I think
That
she
he had-
realizes he cared.
you s-
He
yeah.
cared. The only two people that gave a fuck were her brother and him.
But the way I saw it, anyways, is that she was suggesting that all along Rush was really the one manipulating her, or at least
I don't think she believed that.
getting
I think
something out of
no.
her unraveling, because she uses that language.
No, I think he was hot for her, but I don't think that was the case. I think she
Okay,
was projecting everything that she was going to do to everyone else. Everything she was saying to him,
So her
She was
her
pretty much saying-
overgeneralized- her general
Yeah.
anger and okay.
she was projecting. So that's why I kind of felt that the next group of people she's in the room with, they're gonna die. I thought she was gonna have people bust through the door and just blast
Light
everybody.
up. at the
I thought it
table.
was gonna be like I
Last
say
Supper
hello.
style.
Say hello to my little friend with the Yale piled up on the table, and just everybody gets whacked and shot, and it was going to be this big shootout scene. I was ready for that, man. I was
she was
ready for
pushing
that
her-
shit.
She was pushing her weight around at the head of the table when she was being boisterous.
I thought it was going to be a Godfather 3 moment where Joey Zaza and them, he has the helicopters and all the mob bosses are in there, and they just blast everybody in there. I thought we were going to get a good old fashioned just capping.
Bloodbath.
But then that disappointed me a little bit because I had to, as I told you, I needed to go away to enjoy this because it's going to be a lot of heads exploding.
If it
And then
gets,
I got
gets
what I
too
got.
bloody and too loud and too wild, then Batman's got to show up at some point, right? So maybe that's,
Oh, yep,
maybe that's their
after that.
explanation.
He's too busy rescuing people, but she did what I thought she was going to do at a certain point. I just thought it was going to be much more violent. So she robbed me of my violence, but that's fine. That's how. If she was going to do it on her own, that's the most
That's the way you
logical
would've
way to
done
do
it,
it.
yeah.
So, all right, guys, I think that's it. By the way, the Dodgers won for anybody who cares.
No, I'm not
35.
interested.
35 scoreless innings. Goodbye, Chaladia. 35 scoreless innings is a record. Hasn't been done since 1960, since Baltimore Orioles. And guess what they went on to do? They went on to win the World Series. So whether you want to be or not, you're all Dodgers fans. Well, I guess my show. Anyway, tomorrow night we'll finally do. We've been moving VHS. Tomorrow night we usually don't have a live show, a topical show.
What time are
Tomorrow
you
night
thinking?
we'll do it. We'll probably do it about 11ish.
Okay.
What is this baseball you speak of?
It's kind of like basketball.
You know what?
Well-
From South Park to that trash, what happened?
Orgasmo was in between.
Boy,
That's-
boy,
Oh,
you
Jesus
time
Christ.
before you saw baseball's coming back to the Olympics.
Yeah, because breakdancing opened up the spot. Your national treasure made it so that baseball has a spot there now. I'm disappointed that we're not getting breakdancing again. Because I didn't even know breakdancing was in the Olympics until what's her face got on there and started doing her thing.
Probably
So
not gonna have breakdancing.
Breakdown doing the kangaroo.
I thought Ray Gunn should be like the spokesman of the actual Olympics. I mean, I think he should literally.
There was a fight, right? This is real. This story real. There was a fight between breakdancing and ballroom dancing to go into the Olympics, and they gave it to breakdancing because they didn't want this federation didn't want ballroom dancing to go in, so that there's you can have breakdancing instead.
I was slightly entertained by her presence. I know you as an Aussie want to gut her, and but I as a person who was on the outside, I have no reason to watch the Olympics for most cases, because it just bores me. But I hear about breakdancing. I'm thinking somebody's coming in, and the presentation is part of it, and I think it should be. Somebody should be coming in some 1984 Kango shit with a boombox and throwing down their cardboard, and that should be part of the presentation, man. It's like when the Masked Dancer and stuff like that. Make me watch. Make me watch. Otherwise,
that's what
everybody
thought it was going to be like, but it wasn't.
But doesn't Ray Gunn, listen, in defense of Ray Gunn, she shed light on breakdancing at a time nobody even was. When's the last time you rolled down the street and saw some fool spinning on his head, bebopping? This just doesn't happen anymore. So I think
time probably was the early '90s.
There you go. So I think Prime Minister of Australia should give her keys to the country, keys to the continent.
Keys to the continent.
Yeah. Aaron's like, I wish I was in Vegas right now so I could kick him right in the nuts. But all right, well, hey, so tomorrow night, VHS. What is it? Beyond? What is it?
Beyond, yeah.
All right, cool. Listen. This is going to be for your guys' enjoyment. You lost me at found footage, but this is one of the movies that we wanted to watch. So we're gonna watch.
This will be like a cherry on top after Terrifier for you.
Sure.
Yeah. Try.
All right, try everyone.
Was it? Very sad about Sarah Cleveland kick her out of GCN News, and now she just gets hung. Yeah, she really got demoted. She got demoted to the afterlife. This show's brutal, guy. Listen, this is. I got brutal Batman on paper now. I got brutal Batman here. Listen. I survived the '90s and the castration of Batman, and now I'm living the life. I'm living what Batman was always meant to be. Violence.
We even had a conversation about reattaching limbs on the stream today.
Hey, there you go. And I can read one where Batman's taking limbs off. Doing what you should do with an axe, unless you're a lumberjack, which is dismemberment. Batman has joined the 3Ds. Yeah, there's no death. But I assure you, the guy who lost his arm, he's not okay. He's not okay. And those people that he blew up in the staircase in Ultimate Batman, yeah, it's a spoiler, sorry. I don't think they're brushing that off. I think they're dead. So I'm loving Ultimate. Oh, absolutely. I keep saying Ultimate Batman
because you're thinking Ultimate Marvel.
You're thinking Ultimate Marvel.
Keep an eye on Ultimate Marvel.
Yeah.
Keep an eye. It's about to get really fucking good. It's about to. I'm finally paying attention to what they're putting together here now, and I think it could surpass. It's already done it in sales because Ultimate Marvel back in the day, it hit its spikes, and then it just kind of like it didn't stink. But it wasn't anything spectacular. They weren't doing second and third printings and all that. Damn near every issue of Ultimate Spider-Man has gone into at least another printing. That wasn't happening years ago with the Ultimate line. So it's a good story. I'm not the biggest Ultimate Spider-Man fan because the story's kind of like, he's kind of weighed down by a lot of Al Bundy type of shit. But Ultimate Black Panther.
Oh, you're talking about the new Ultimate Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, he's got too much going on.
I think they're gonna set his daughter up to be Spider Girl. Like Mayday Parker, like the old days. Yeah.
So do I. I also like the Ultimates. Ultimate X-Men has been a disappointment to me. I
You like that
tapped out.
Ultimate Black Panther though, right?
Yes, I love it still.
You see how he changes into a that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're using a lot of the storylines that they never got a chance to explore with any Black Panther stuff. Either the book got canceled or got consolidated. But there's a lot of things that they're doing with Ultimate Black Panther that that I think that are cool. Every one of the covers are cool, man.
I always said that what's his name? William Dafoe's Green Goblin in the movies looks like a stormtrooper. Now the Ultimate Green Goblin is like a stormtrooper looking Green Goblin.
People were a fan. I hated that design. I really thought they should have CGI'd the green over his face and then done it that way and made so that it's still his expressions, but it's still the Goblin mask.
Or they should have done what they did in the screen test, which was they should have used that mask instead of the one they put in the actual movie.
Oh, I got it. I haven't seen the screen test.
Yeah,
send me a picture of that. Send me a picture of that, Taylor. But hey, on that note, I got it. Well, I got to go do some stuff in about 15 minutes. So I will see you guys tomorrow for VHS Beyond.
All right.
Try everybody.
Try.
Okay.
Try.
Now you know what? Now
Give it
we're
a
not
try.
gonna we're not gonna do it tomorrow because you guys
Yes, we are.
We're not gonna do it tomorrow. And,
That's try too, man. Whatever's clever, bro.
No, you don't even know what it is. You don't even know what try is.
I'm
At least I'm not getting mad about it. I got a real try mentality about it. You know what I mean?
You have a mentality over a misspelled word. Hey,
man.
newcomers to the channel. I can spell train.
Art spelled backwards.
I can spell train. No, it's train spelled wrong.
No, it's art
It's
spelled
because
backwards, and he's king of the box office
1000
right now.
wasn't paying attention to what he was typing, and he hit enter too soon. That's how we got this. That's how we got this.
Well,
That
it's
works.
sticking, so it doesn't matter.
And it's not going away.
Never.
It's not going away.
I'm glad. Literacy is important in America. That's all I gotta say.
Drop.